the winds of hell have opened forth the gates of purgatory. And it is I, the Keeper, who shall drag you upon that treaded path. Tonight, you're not facing any mere mortal. You are not gonna roll over the leader of the deities, the keeper of the wicked, the keyholder of the divine. Tonight, Brick Johnson, you are gonna live upon purgatory's edge, and there will be no escape physically. No escape mentally, because there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, because the Keeper stands in line. Tonight, upon my throne, I grab you by your throat, and I hold you high above the rafters, and I hold you there while you're screaming in pain, gasping for air. Then when it's all said and done, I drop you on your neck. Then, the sweet taste of demon's blood will engulf your palate. And you'll have no choice but to fall to the Keeper and rest eternally in the gates of purgatory. Fear the Keeper.
RPA. Tonight, I go up against the Arsonist. The man that has this so-called legacy. Son, I don't know who you are. Never heard of you. Now, nobody's heard of me. I'm a new guy. So, you're my stepping stone. You're going to be the first one as I walk my way to the top. You're going to be the first one to fall victim to me. The first one to feel the pain and the rage inside. Now, you're going to pull your wrench out and you're going to scare me with it. That shit don't work. With me, son. Nothing you pull out. Nothing you flash in front of the screen as a weapon is going to hurt me, boy. Nothing. So you better get into your little bag of tricks and pull something out a hell of a lot bigger to hurt me. I don't need no wrenches. I don't need no stupid shit to beat your ass. So tonight, enjoy your ass whooping, son. And by the way, I'll hand you something down. I'll hand my foot in your ass. There's your fucking legacy. Have a nice day.
Tonight it's Superclash. I'm supposed to go one-on-one with the man that calls himself the Executioner. And I just hope he has the nerve, I hope he has the guts, I hope he has the balls to show up. Because when you come through them curtains, you make your way down that entrance ramp. You climb in between those ropes and you jump into the squared circle. Just know that at this point in my career, this point in my life, it's no longer about the wins or the losses. It's no longer if I've held this title or that title, if I've got this Hall of Fame or if I've got that Hall of Fame, because I've done it all, and I've done it all everywhere. So come on down, climb in that ring with the Arsonist. Let's throw the rules out. Well, yeah, let's throw the rules out if you dare. Because at this point in my career, like I said, it's not about winning and it's not about losing. It's about inflicting as much pain and agony and torture as I can possibly physically inflict on one person. And what better person than a man that calls himself the Executioner? A man that's supposed to put someone down, right? A man that's supposed to take another's life. But do you really got it what it takes to really end a man's life? Can you really do it? Can you? Can you step in that ring and do everything possible? Can you bring yourself to go to the lowest of lows and do the dirtiest of dirty? Do anything within your power to make sure that you get that win. Can you do it? Because right now all I see is a cowardless, wonderless individual who can't even show his face. So, here we are. Get in the ring. And let's settle this once and for all. Let's see if you can live up to your name.
Jakey. I find it funny that you want to step up and play a grown man's game when it's clear that you still in the mind of a child. What do you think, you're going to just holler and scream your way to the top? Please. Oh, I get it. You think you got the looks to just glide on by. Is that it? Well, there's only one problem. I done seen that look one too many times before, and it done came and gone. It ran its course. You see, people like you, you're too busy looking to the finish line, and you don't see that big ass hurdle named Top Chef right in front of you. You're about to fall over it and fall flat on your face. They don't call me the Michelin star for nothing. You see, I bring all the flavors to every single, yes, I repeated that, every single promo artist once. But you, the funny thing is, you're just not as good as you think you are. And I refuse to let somebody like you get a hold of the universal title and go to the back and disappear like you always do. You see, I know it's a reason we never crossed paths before in the past. Is it because you only wanted to show out when you knew that you would get over? Any other time, you quivering in the corner like a scared little bitch. How did that do for you? Did it get your skin burning? Did it get you all excited? That is your thing, isn't it? Cheap pops with the hope of nobody actually noticing that you don't talk about a goddamn thing? That every time you get on screen, it's just the same cycle on repeat after repeat after repeat. talking about how you deserve this, you deserve that. Nobody would survive like this without you. Hell, maybe I could say all that if I got the handouts you did. But you see, somebody like me, who wants to work his way up, who wants to do all the hard work and prove that I got everything. You want to stick your hand out, just like that homeless person you so helplessly talk about. I mean, hey, every great chef volunteers at the homeless shelter. I think I've seen you in line once or twice anyway. And come on now, it's the same old thing. You're gonna get on here talking about, oh, you're a bad chef, your kitchen's dirty, you're not a classically trained chef, this, and that. Oh, holy crap. One thing you can't deny is my promo skills are far beyond the rest. Far beyond anything you can ever imagine. Did you see that, Jakey? Did you see that? Hell, it doesn't even matter if I'm a chef in my own goddamn house. I would still be way more successful than Mr. Bret Jacobs. Come on, this is all you have. You, your attitude, your cockiness. This is all you have. Nothing more to offer but some 90s college wannabe. We've seen it on the TV. You don't get the girl at the end. That's how the story unfolds. The only person that gets all the glory is the Michelin star, the top chef. Because let's face the facts, Jakey. When you step in the ring with the one and only, there's only one obstacle that you can't get past. And that's that at the end of the day. You're going to get your ass 86 just like all the rest of them. And I'm going to leapfrog you on to the next round. Hell, leapfrog them on to the Universal title match. And I'm going to show you what a champion should look like. I mean, looking in the mirror for yourself, I know you don't get to see that every day. You done seen my work. Ask about it.
No, I understand. Yeah, we don't have a choice. Yeah, I understand. All right, bye. Well, Top Chef, it's gonna be a bit of a half-assed promo for you. I apologize, but you know, I wanted to show you and the whole combat universe what my kitchen looked like in my restaurant. But due to the recent outbreak of the COVID, you know, my restaurant was temporarily closed. You know, so unfortunately, you know, business is business, usual is usual. That's just how it goes nowadays. But I'm sure, I am more than 110% sure that your business is booming out the seams. I'm sure of it, man. Because everyone nowadays, they need a homeless shelter. They need someone to walk up to. Like you. They need someone to walk up to. They need to hand them a can and say, please, overboil and overseason my Campbell's chicken noodle soup. And I guarantee you, man, knowing how good you are and not being a good cook, you are going to do that to the best of your ability. Or you're going to microwave that little girl's Pop-Tart. Or you are going to cook that 13-year-old boy's Hot Pocket so it busts out of the freaking pocket and it makes a mess all in your microwave. Or you're going to microwave that woman's ramen noodles because she just had such a tough day. Moving all of her belongings, which is just a little bit in a blanket, rolled up, carried in there. She's had just a tough day, but you did it great, man. You overcooked her ramen noodles. You overseasoned it because the seasoning packet was there, but you forgot where it was. You did it though, man. But needless to say, that doesn't matter. I just want to congratulate you. You're doing a great service. Thank you very much for your service, my friend. You're doing a great thing for the world. But now down to the match, where what we're really here for comes into play. I'm here because I want that championship now. That's mine. I want it, and I'm gonna get it. You're here because the admin thought it would be a good idea to fulfill a fantasy match that you have wanted. Not what I wanted, what you wanted. And now you're here against me. And you think that this fantasy match that you have, this little idea that you have in your head is gonna get you anywhere past me. But let me tell you something, you have done nothing with your career. Nothing in the slightest. And if you think that is going to get you past me, a man who has done nothing but create EFED with his career, with his presence, with his voice, if you think that's going to get you anywhere, you are sorely mistaken. I think you need to work up a few more pegs before you get in my lane, before you get in my house, before you step into my building, on my couch, take your shoes off at the door. You need to go and earn a few more fucking pegs. Because being a BTB Native States champion isn't gonna fucking do it. Being the gentleman's jockey in the gentleman's club isn't gonna do it. Changing your name every which way, making off and on returns back and forth multiple times for the past 2 years isn't gonna do it. What's gonna do it is the pure fire and dedication that is promos. The pure fire and dedication that it is Bret Jacobs is gonna be what gets to the top, what knocks Adonis off of his fucking ladder and takes that Universal Championship and represents this group better than anyone fucking could. And if you think the Mac is good enough, if you think Top Chef is good enough, if you think being a jockey is good enough, if you think being a fucking Native States champion is good enough, let me tell you something. Let me bring you some wisdom and let me tell you the truth. It isn't enough. It never has been enough, and it never will be enough. So, needless to say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you. I'm sorry your fantasy match ended so quickly, and I am very, very, very sorry that your dream of being the Combat Universal Champion is ended. I am sorry it is done, but I'll tell you this right now, I'm not sorry that I'm the one who ended it. So Double A, I'll see you soon.
Combat Universal. Tonight, I step on your screens to go against a man named Zodiakus. I issued an open challenge and he accepted. See, Zodiakus is a man unlike any other. He's a bit loopy up here, and well, I know firsthand that when the loopiness gets in your brain and drives your mind into a darker place, a darker place known as the Hive. And the Hive Master, well, he rules over all the worker bees. He rules over what he knows to be true.
You're all going to die down here.
Let the Hive in, they say. Let the Hive control you, they say. Zodiakus, I spun the blade. I brought out the devil in me. I brought out the Red Queen's Hive Master. When you all work for the Queen, the blood pulls from our eyes in happiness. But when the peasant bees uprise and attempt to revolt, they run in fear of the tidal waves she possesses. They run in fear from the legends that she has foretold. See, she holds the power. You are a worker bee. You are just one of the many peasants that the hive has controlled.
You're all going to die.
The T-virus infects us all. The hive controls the mind. And I couldn't fight it anymore. You brought this out, Zodiakus. You have created a monster. You have pulled the inner being from the body known as Captinlaw, and you have killed the legend. They say a legend never dies. But they bury me. They bury me 6 feet deep, and still I rise from the ashes once again, never staying down, never letting them control me. But the hive just runs so deep in me.
You're all going to die down here.
Case of David and Goliath here. It's unbelievable the condition of one's mental being.
I must break you.
Captinlaw, now is your time in the sun. This is where you climb the plateau and grab the brass ring. And I know you've been spending hours and hours perfecting the apparatus that gets you there. The apparatus that you will strap upon your back to reach that sun, that golden instance of victory. But my question to you is, have you used the finest quality products to build said apparatus? Because if you have not, it will melt in the sun of that planetary subsystem and you will fall face down in defeat. Combat Universal Promos. Renegade Promo Alliance present Superclash. And who did they need on this card to make a pipe bomb statement? None other than the sickest of the sick, the master of the macabre, and the king of the deathmatch in this or any organization, the great Zodiakus at large. And you bit off way more than you can chew, Captinlaw, because I saw that little live where you put out an open challenge and you said, anybody, anything, anywhere, I just want to build the biggest show of the year, where you got that and then some. Now you're choking on the big bite that you took. You're laying face down in the restaurant and the paramedics have to rush over and give you the Heimlich maneuver to pop that piece of steak back up out of your throat. Let me tell you something, my friend. Deem this as a learning lesson for you. Do not walk into a desert without a canteen of water, because you won't make it very long or very far. The great Zodiakus at large does not need to spend a lot of time on you. I have other endeavors that I wish to fulfill. But when it comes to this realm of learning, for a student such as yourself, I hope that you take this lesson, you write it down, jot it in your notebook, and put it back in your backpack for a rainy day. Do not ask for something that you are not ready for. And when it comes to this card, this magnificent event called Superclash, I do not plan on walking out there without a win when I walk back out. So you listen to the things that you say. I want you to rewatch your promo over and over and over again and ask yourself in your heart and in your mind, do I have what it takes to go blow for blow with the master of the macabre? Because if you really think about it, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you know that it's a lie. And I will walk my happy ass out with the fucking winner's share of the pay window and laugh all the way to the bank. That's all the time I have for you for now. And by the way, consider this the equivalent of me walking straight up to you, looking at you in your fat face, and stapling your lips shut! You just got smoked by one of the most violent men in this business.
In the beginning, the man and all of the man's fans came to him to be a part of his world. But then, even in his world, you remember these times, the best of times, the way the man was trying to show you class, inject a little high society, but you didn't want it, you didn't accept it, you couldn't enjoy being out in the man's atmosphere. But these were the old times. There's something new coming just in store. Welcome to the man's world, and welcome to the Superclash. You see, Mr. Ford, this is not going to be a cakewalk. You had the ire of drawing the man, not only in the first round of the Universal Championship tournament, but my first match back. You hear the dogs barking, the birds chirping, a beautiful sunny day with the sunnies on, and you knew the man had to look his best. New look. But I did say that there was one thing that was going to be old, and that is you having the audacity and the thought that you could beat me. You see, I don't have to cleanse you, sir. All I have to do is heal you. I have to heal you from your ills of thinking that you're in the top tier of where the man is. Yes, my world has given you a lot. And what did you do with it? You squandered it away. You did what everybody in the Gentlemen's Club did. They thought they could ride my coattails and take them to the promised land. You see, you don't get lazy when you get in the Gentlemen's Club. And looks where it's gotten you now. Wearing a yellow vest, maybe being a valet, when you were the one riding in the back seat. But to each its own, sir. And at this time, you'll know tonight that after you step in the ring with me, it's not a nice day anymore. It's just healing. Because that's what the man is all about now. Healing. And I'm going to heal each and every one of you in CU. And I'm going to give you the medicine, the ambrosia of the atmosphere of the man. Mr. Ford, you had your chance to have a great day. Now, I'll make it your end. You see, Tommy, as the sun sets, so does your chances of being the Universal Champion. And as the sun sets, my healing will finally begin. For each and every one of you know that the man is the true universe of each and every one of your hearts. And each and every one of your goals all lead to facing the man. And tonight, Mr. Ford, as you can see, I'm still in my glory. Just like I told you earlier, your demise is soon to come. But guaranteed, no one can see you until the man wins the Universal Championship will have a nice day.
You know what, man? This is where it all comes down into fruition for me. Because you and I, yes, we had some doings in the past, and yeah, I haven't been around because you want to know why? Because you're not worth my time. You're not worth my effort. You're not even worth the last gasp of my breath. But I did buy something. I bought something that I think that you would actually like. This is the only man that I know of. You see that? This is what a man is. A man has his own shirt. Do you have your own shirt, sir? I don't think so, because this logo down here is not you. But otherwise, let's really work this into fruition. Now is my time to show why I belong in the Universal Championship picture. Do you not realize that every single solitary match that I've been in so far, yes, it's counted, and yes, you might say that it's a loss here, it's a loss there, but you know what? Now's my time to really show and prove why I belong here. While you are nothing more than just a what if or what could have been. While you were sitting on the sideline for months, I was here busting my ass, working my butt off to make sure that my name is out there, that my time is now to be in the Universal Championship scene. So, man, my question for you is, are you truly ready for me? I don't think you are, because you bring up the Gunslinger, but the Gunslinger has been dead for years, and it's always been the Filthy One. The Filthy One has been your kryptonite, and the Filthy One is going to still be reigning over you. This isn't the man's world. I take the man's book, I burn it, the man's cologne, I take a piss on it, because that's what it smells like, is nothing but straight out moose piss. And then I move on to the next round. So, man, if you think it's going to be that easy, you have another thing coming. My question to you shouldn't be, are you ready? My question to you, truly, are you ready for what's in store? Are you ready to determine that outcome? Are you ready to really work it into fruition? Because from the way that I see it, man, you are nothing more than just dust in the wind, a facade. Have a nice day.
I'm sorry that I haven't responded to you, but I think I made my intentions perfectly clear when we first faced off over there in RPA. I made myself perfectly clear for what I was going to do to you here tonight. But yet you still insist that you are actually going to beat me, that you are actually going to do it. When it's the big day, when it's the big time to shine, and you are trying to beat me, when I know one contendership is on the line here. I'm normally not one for titles. I'm not one who struggles to gain titles. But when it comes to me and you, Lone Wolf, I have no problem actually trying. I have no problem turning into the hunter, hunting you down and tearing you to pieces. Because tonight you feel what sheer terror is actually like. Tonight you feel the fear of God. Because from the moment that bell rings, your life is in the palm of my hands. So, quite essentially, I am God. I can play around with you however I like. I can break your bones however I like. I can shred your muscles however I like. Because that is all that I can do to you. But there's also more, a whole lot more, that I can do to you. To make you fear me. To make you realize that all along they put you on the hunt for your own demise. That they put you on this trial just so you can be executed by the ultimate executioner. But yet, that ain't for me to say. That's something for you to realize, Lone Wolf. Because through the pain of my submissions, through the torture, through the agony that you will experience here tonight, Superclash, you will realize one thing. That in the end, there was no destiny for you to be number one contender for the RPA World Championship. The only destiny that was ever meant for you was to be put in a pine box and put 6 foot under. That's the only destiny that you get when you face me. That I guarantee you that, Lone Wolf. Everything else, it's nothing. But the only other guarantee I can actually give you is that when I am satisfied with what I have done to you, I will end your pathetic life with my butterfly pile driver. And that's just so I can stop hearing you cry and beg for your life. That will be the only reason. Not because I want to grant you that mercy. It's because I grew tired of hearing you scream. And that'll be a very, very long time. Now, let's begin.
This difference helps me cross the line. Every time I'm confronted, I'm unafflicted by my actions. Is the result of a game. Victory at the cost of pain, like a freight train.
Titan, it would seem your merciless, pathetic owners of your brand decided to allow you to get in a match with me again. See, I don't get how they judged it, because from what I saw was just another pathetic loser in his bathroom realizing that all he's talking about is wrestling moves. Last time I checked, we're not in the ring. And yeah, I know you're gonna be, oh, you use slab of meat a bunch of times because that's what Jacob said. I didn't really watch the promo because I didn't want to see me get dropped mercilessly and embarrassed. I get it. See, peons like you and all your other RPA people didn't understand. That's called marketing. And now you, old school, and your boss know what slabs of meat mean. Done. But I know you like to be the guy that likes to push violence. I like to play with knives. See, I don't play with knives. They're for pussies. See, knives, you have to get close. I don't want to get close to you. Not at all. I'm more of a, I want to say Batman, but it's too much in the window. See, I would just basically walk up to you and hit you if I saw you in person just to prove a point. Not to shake your hand, not to say good match. Because this is nothing but fun and simple gain of facing a pathetic person like you. So, get out your spotlight, get your little pretty little bathroom wall, walk your ass in front of that little shot cam, and talk your talk. Because at the end of the day, all it's going to take is one good swing. You're next, old school.
Combat Universe. Tonight at Superclash, the unfortunate time has happened. The last grain of sand on the hourglass of time and space has finally reached the bottom. This is the moment where the altered prophecy, the two most diabolical, the most evil forces in all of promo entertainment, clash with the Union. Your current tag team champions. Now, I wanted to do a little something for the Rising Sun since he keeps complaining about the fact that I'm a little bit more silent than I should be. So I decided to start things off. I want to preach to you, Rising Sun, what I should have preached to you a long time ago. The only reason you're tag team champion along with Haystacks is because I wasn't there to take it from you like right now. And let me tell you something about a little tidbit of information. What about the little organization known as Premier Promo Federation? Wasn't that the stomping grounds of the one and only Haystacks, which we finally are stomping on ourselves? Take that in consideration when you realize that I and my partner, the Messiah, we are the most spiritual, the most entity-based form of man to ever exist. He's right. PPF, your stomping ground, your home territory. If anybody got in the way of PPF, Haystacks was the man to go to deal with that problem. Where are you at now? Where are you at now? While we reclaim the greatness that PPF once was, where are you now? That's right, gone. Gone out of the forgotten history of what was, and now we are in the era of what is. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you both. You're the tag team champions. I'm really proud of you for that one. I'm really fucking proud of you for that one. But when it's all said and done, and it's looked at pen and paper, you looked at it like this. Two jobbers who are watered down pieces of trash versus two up-and-comers who have a decent little bit of fire in their souls to continue forward. It really doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make enough sense, but it does make enough sense to see why you are the tag team champions. Now let me tell you something. Like I said, you are just a minimal flame on a small electric candle. You are nothing but a simulated flame meant to be real. But let me tell you something, when the flamethrowers come into the game, when the game is ours for the taking, you two stand no chance. All you do is you talk about past accomplishments. All you do is bring up tanks, daddies, this, and this. It isn't like that anymore. It isn't like that anymore. The altered prophecy, we are renewed and we are here to revive what was once dead. And we're giving the tag team division another chance.
It's very simple, and it's something that, you know, we people of common sense can understand. The two of you do what you do best, and that's underestimate the competition. May I remind you exactly what I told you before. You wouldn't get this much from the family connection of all people. You wouldn't get this much from TG2 or, what was the other one? Did they even show up? I don't even remember. Hold on.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you underestimate the bearers and the undertakers that have your grave plotted and ready. And there's nothing you could say or do to diminish that.
See, there's a lot of speculation that goes around, and it all boils down to this. You have two main event stars colliding and going forward together. And we're gonna take those tag team championships. There's no doubt in my mind, but let me tell you right now, Union, Haystacks, Rising Sun, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it is pure skill versus pure unclassless acting. You two do nothing but belittle each other, belittle your opponents, and then you pretend to pay respect. And you think that that is going to get you far. But let me tell you something, the line is drawn, and it is not going to get you any further than that. But Bret, Jacobs, Kurt, Brooks, we're going to step over that line. I'm going to punch you in your stupid, untrimmed garbage beard. I'm going to take that tag team championship. And you know what? I'll let you tell the Rising Sun what you're going to do.
Rising Sun, it's so obvious that you need to be taught a lesson. You need to be snapped into reality for once. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sure that the poison that I have dwelling in my veins, it goes directly into your soul. It stains your reign as a tag team champions, and then it puts you where you should have stayed, and that's at the bottom of the ocean floor of the promo world.
You two have been nothing but meaningless bottom feeders. You two have been nothing but meaningless food to the sharks of the promo world. It is sad that you two decided to change your destiny, your prophecy. It's a shame you two thought you could get away with it. Because you seemed to hide behind some people. You seemed to tell those sharks that you were sharks yourselves, but in reality you two were just minnows in our fucking pond. And now it is time that now I can see the true colors. He can see the true colors. You guys aren't black and white. You are nothing but frilly little yellow-bellied fucks. You two are gonna swim away upriver and hope that we never find you again after we take those tag team championships. And it is a shame. It is a shame that you two aren't the men you say you are, and it is a shame that CU, Combat Universal, and everybody here at Promo Superclash will see exactly what yellow-bellied little boys you two are.
You know, when it comes to the time where you finally bow before us, which we very, very well expect you to do, no doubt about it, we like to find the silver lining, and we like to dish out your prophecy. So, I have your prophecy right here.
Lay it out for him. Tell him.
You are in the presence of the Messiah of the masses and the promo python of the E-Fed world, and I will not hesitate to suffocate the careers out of both of you. And we will be your new CU World Tag Team Champions.
Incoming transmission. Incoming transmission. Incoming transmission. Incoming transmission.
Data connection established. Syncing with host computer.
Here we are at Promo Superclash. Now I know you boys were thinking that I was going to come out here with a bunch of Altar Boy prophecy. Somebody is talking about pythons, creating voids. It's kind of weird stuff, jokes. See, you would expect that. You did the exact same thing that the faction did. You say that I'm not a main eventer, but yet you come in here and I'm the first person that you come after. I'm the first title that you come after. And I'm the only person in this tag team that you both have come after. And that's where you messed up. You see, the great thing about an altered prophecy is there's always more ways to alter the prophecy. Because after all, a prophecy is just as good as its interpretation. So boys, here's your little lesson. You talk about the void. The void pulls you in. Who's the guy that pulled you in to see you? You're starting to see it now. See what you didn't realize is when you guys came in, and it's just like the serpent in the Garden of Eden. You came in and you saw that forbidden fruit. The only difference is you forgot about the serpent. And on top of that, you say that we'll be pulled into the darkness. I've got an answer for that too. Because on top of all that, boys definitely forgot. All the darkness, it eventually goes away as the rising sun sets. And then there will be light all within the world once again in living color. Are you shocked? Are you disturbed? You should be. You focused all on me. You lost sight of this. And most importantly, you lost sight of what's coming for you right about now.
Incoming transmission. Incoming transmission.
Incoming transmission. Incoming transmission. Data connection established. Syncing with host computer.
You're right, Haystacks. You're right. They always forget. They always forget the rising sun, which is fine. Because Void, Messiah, you kept your eyes off the prize long enough. See, you kept lurking. You kept looking for the serpent that was protecting the forbidden fruit here in CU. And then you found Haystacks. So you just kept your focus on Haystacks. Now, why would you do such a thing when you know he has a beast of a tag team partner in the rising sun? Now, I don't give a damn if y'all's so-called asylum act is a joke or not. You all can pull each other's hair, but let's get down to business here. Void, I'm so glad you could actually speak for once. I'm so glad the Messiah actually gave you your balls back so you could show up here. And now, Messiah, I'm glad that you keep preaching. I'm glad that you want to preach to everybody here in the CU, but you're not preaching to the Union. Because me and Haystacks don't need the preaching. You all do. The reason that is simple. Because you never had a shot in hell to take these from us. You all think you are God's given gift to this earth. But the fact is, God just shakes his head when he looks at you. And now, Haystacks brought up a very valid point. You all believe in the darkness. But you all forgot the Union lives in black and white. Black and white was always our color, always will be our color. Now, Messiah, you so have an obsession with trying to preach to Haystacks about all the past accomplishments. That shit don't matter here in the CU. What matters is you are looking at the CU's longest reigning tag team champions. We built the tag division here. We're not going to let the altar prophecy come in and try to take these. We worked our asses off to build the division to what it is today. And now the void. Void. You think you're something special. You think just because you come on with all your special effects that it's going to give you some bonus points. Oh, it's okay. You can cry to the Messiah later about how the Union picks on you. Because the fact is, I never gave a damn about you guys. I was surprised you all hyped the way you did. Because I thought you were going to be a letdown. Because what? You're scared? You think you're something great? You think you are the so-called altar prophecy? The only thing you all are? You are living in the darkness. The darkness that the Union has built and surrounded around you all. So, Void, Messiah, next time you all want to step up to the Union, you all better have some better material. Because the shit you all just had ain't nothing. Until next time.
Tonight at the Superclash, I am on an expedition like no other. It is such a big event, which means it will be the biggest moment of my life. Where I procure the most top-tier title in the CU realm itself, the United States Championship. Now you may be sitting there, Stunning G, and you may be thinking, you're way in over your head. You don't know what you got yourself into. I'd be saying the same for you, because you've held that title long enough, only because I wasn't here. I wasn't challenging you, and I wasn't in your way. Well, guess what? Now I am, so you either move aside or hand me the belt, and I'll put you to sleep for good. Because, Stunning G, I know you're a man of valor. I know you're a man of honor. I know you're a man of rhymes. So let me give you one myself. In the forest of the promo world, dark and deep, I will put you in your eternal sleep. Now you must wonder, I addressed the champion first because, well, that's what we're fighting for. But now I gotta face someone else in the matter. Someone who chose their path at the wrong time. Bay. You had the opportunity at greatness. You chose to go after the United States title when I already scratched and clawed my way to get it. So, in my opinion, you are in my way. And I plan on making sure you never be there again. You never step foot in front of me ever again. You never look me in the eye ever again. Because
I will proverbially put you to sleep. I will ruin your career tonight. I'm going to ruin your career, one way or the other. Everything you think you are, everything you set out to do, it will all be crushed to ash. Because you're nothing more than a speck of dust that needs to be rid of. And I get to be the man that does so. Stunning G, I'm a man that never holds back. I'm a man who never, ever has regrets for what he does. I hurt people. I make people question their existence. And that's exactly what tonight is all about. I make you wish you never held the title to begin with, because at the end of the night, you will understand that you weren't worthy of it. I don't care if you represent the faction. I don't care if you're some top dog. But there's always a predator waiting to eliminate the alpha of the promo game. And from what I see, the promo python is about to strangle you. Stunning G, Bay, your lives are about to change. I, personally, am about to be the gatekeeper of your future. And your future is early retirement. Have a nice night.
Listen here. No. No. I've got you mounted in where I want you. Oh! And you two. Two of the best to ever play the game in my court. It's Gaudios, Bentley, Bay. Three of the best to play the game, because that's the requirement for this organization, isn't it? You have to be phenomenal to play ball. And who do I get and what's it for? The picture of phenomenal. I get Cody, Bentley, the Cryptic One. I get Stunning G, Gaudios, and we get to throw hands over the picture of excellence. The Combat Universal United States Championship. You know what happened the last time I went against Gaudios for a state title? It doesn't matter because it didn't happen here. But you know what's happening here tonight? I'm gonna lay out a plan, a marvelous mosaic. What's gonna happen here tonight is simple. You're not gonna be ready for me. You're not going to be ready for what I have to throw. Every punch that you throw is a catch in my net. Every kick that you deliver in my direction is twisted to perfection. You're a pretzel. I'm a baker. You are a cake and I'm a pâtisserie. I'm the Cryptic One. You're not a secret. Nothing you do is left hidden anymore. Once you're the best, the rest is up to interpretation. And I interpret today based on the stars in the night sky. There's going to be a new star in this United States title division. There's going to be a new reign. And it's going to start with me. And it's going to continue with me until this star explodes to supernova, until Combat Universal is the name of the game. No more IW. No more CWF. No more BTB. It's you and it's me in the CU. I will see you two later. And you're not gonna walk out on your own 2 legs. Your own 4 legs. Your own 2 feet, your own 4 feet. You'll be lucky to drag yourselves by 4 arms. And if you tango out of there alive, it's because I let you and I feel like it. I will see you two in the ring. And I will see, you'll all see, a bright, shining United States Championship hang over my shoulder.
You know, every now and then, you have to travel into the unknown. Reach the void. And when you reach that fork in the road, you gotta decide which way to go. Right, left, or do you charge straight ahead at the problem? Charge straight into the abyss, not knowing where you'll end up. Never really knowing exactly where you were going. But when you get there, when you reach your destination, when you reach the top of that mountain and you look down at all those that are beneath you, you know for a fact you made that right decision. You know deep within your heart that the decision that was made pointed you to where you needed to be. You see, here in this promo world, we all experience ups and downs. We all have the same ambition, driven by the same goal to be the best. And when that opportunity is thrown your way, do you grab it or do you let it pass you by? Tonight, 2 souls will enter a burning ring of fire in which Stunning Bordeoso created. And Stunning G will pull these 2 souls down to the pits of hell, down to an unfamiliar place, uncharted territory. But in order to level up, in order to reach the pinnacle of your power, you must explore your own behaviors. You must do your research. Figure out where you went wrong and do your best to make it right. You see, when you lose the fun to do this thing, it becomes an obsession, an addiction to winning, an addiction to this. This is what it all boils down to. This is where the power lies. This is what we do it for. Not for the passion, not for the fun, but for our own ego, our own selfish pride, our greed that is hungry for more success, more fame. We will put down anybody in our path to get there. And tonight, I go to the Indian burial grounds, to the crypts, where I will find one who is cryptic and one with the tribal blood of a warrior. You see, I also have the blood of a Native American. And tonight, you will follow my tribe, the Fagawis. Cause tonight, I'ma hit you so hard, you're gonna wake up like, where the fuck are we? Welcome to see you. And I'm the chief in this land. I'm the head honcho, the top of the totem pole, while you sit so low. So know I'm chief, head honcho. And you need to listen up, Tonto, cause I'm about to end you pronto. And as for the Cryptic One, I have a ditch waiting for you. I have a grave fitting for the Cryptic One. For the one with no fear, the devil's son himself. Well, it's time you come face the face with Lucifer's father, the stunning one, the deadliest promos in the world. And the boss of all bosses is here tonight at Superclash to collect your souls. So with that being said, it is still your United States heavyweight champion, and it is still the Faction One.
I've got a question for you, Dot. You see, everybody's been telling me, been warning me that you are the single most challenging individual that I will ever have faced in my career so far. You are the biggest obstacle, the biggest threat to all of my achievements. But I don't see it. I gotta be honest with you, brother. I haven't lost a single wink of sleep over you. So my question to you is this. What exactly is it that makes you a king? Are you a king because someone gave you that name? Or maybe you're a king because others seem to be intimidated and impressed by you. Or maybe you're just a king because that's simply what you decided to call yourself and you're hoping it catches on. See, Dot, I've always been under the impression that kings, they're only worth the value of their kingdom, and their kingdoms only garner worth from the king's body of work. I've done my homework on you. And yeah, you've had some success elsewhere, but here in CU, you're just that. You're a dot. You're an insignificant speck, and you have yet to reach the top of the mountain like I have. See, while you've been God knows where doing God knows what, I've been here, laying the brick and mortar of my kingdom. You don't believe me? Ask Ludacris. I'm sure he's a buddy of yours, right? I handled him with ease, mind you, to establish myself as the first ever CU Universal Champion. I went on to go face-to-face, toe-to-toe, punch for punch, blow for blow with the Authority. And the Authority is made up of names that are greater than you, including one named Old School. Now, if memory serves me right, you at one point in time in history ran away from Old School, didn't want to get tangled in that mess, but we can't talk about that because of our new rule set. You might know that if you had been here. I silenced David Babel for 10 days. I fired the opening salvo in our new partnership with Renegade. And in fact, I beat my opponent so badly, he came back a week later with a new gimmick. And, well, my opponent last week, Law is still hunky-dory, comfy cozy in the trunk of my car. You've done what? A couple of half-hearted hypes and one match that could have gone either way? Dot, I refuse to call you king. In fact, I refute your worthiness as my #1 contender, and therefore I reject your bid to be the next Universal Champion. So, I guess that really only leaves one thing left for you to do, kid. Kneel. Kneel and bend the knee to the one true monarch of CU, because there really is only one true monarch here in Combat Universal Promo, and his name is Adonis. Well, then again, I guess you could always call me and still too. Better luck next time, sunshine.
Not your scapegoat.